3, 2, 1.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. I'll get you some Litecoin, Mary.
I'll take it. Then what?
Well, then you can hodl it. And we'll go to the moon, you see? And the moonbeams will shoot out of your fingers and your toes and end of your hair.
Wow, that is some unbelievable voiceover work by Sarah. Sarah, thank you. I love you. It's my favorite movie. It's my favorite cryptocurrency, and I thought, man, I gotta put these two things in one. And so I did, and that's to be continued. I think later tonight I'm gonna post the rest of that, the full version of that little clip. So, what's up, everyone? It's May 15th, 2018. Want to go over Litecoin a little bit. Also, I want to jump right in and talk about tonight's live stream that we're doing. I'm here on Twitter, the Litecoin School of Crypto. Join me, Dan, David, and John for a live stream at 7:30. So 7:30 Eastern. Please, if you're available, be there. We have some fun. We'll be chatting about a few different things. I'll put the link in the description, but would love to have you there. Always enjoy doing those nighttime live streams. That's going to be over on E's channel, the Litecoin School of Crypto. So before we jump into this video and look at Litecoin, what it's doing right now, I want to check out yesterday's video real quick. And I want to throw caution out there to be prepared for a visit to the bottom of this wedge, simultaneously to the top of the triangle again. So a visit to 135, 137 area down here, completely in play. Okay, so you can see we came pretty close actually to that 135, 137 area that we talked about yesterday that we anticipated, but we didn't quite get there. We got into the 138 area, and I know this is very zoomed in. This is very short time frame, but I think right now, as we're at this critical time in Litecoin, and if I'm going to do these videos, I might as well, even though I'm not trading, I might as well track it, right? I know there's a lot of you out there that are curious of the movement of Litecoin, so that's what we're doing. So 138, and I think in this video, I'm really going to talk about what I think is going to happen. Call it a prediction, call it whatever you want. I could be completely wrong. I can be off, and I might be. But this is what I think is lining up nicely to happen. We came down to 138 on the 5 minute. You see it right there. So I still think we have a little bit of a ways to go in terms of coming down a little bit. So we can use the 4 hour to really just paint that nicely, if I can open it up correctly. So here's the 4 hour, and this little green circle right at the bottom of this wedge that we talked about yesterday, and also the top of this huge triangle that we've been tracking, is where I see Litecoin dipping down to a little bit. And that's kind of the first step in what I see possibly happening. Next, which is important to this equation, would be a bounce off the top of this triangle. So we broke through the triangle, we've revisited it, found some support there. We came back up, we saw resistance at 150. Now we're coming and we're testing the top of the triangle. I think we're going to test it. I think we're going to be in that 135 area, maybe 133. But I think it's going to put us at a nice spot in terms of where we are in the stock RSI. I think from a technical analysis standpoint, Litecoin's going to look really good if we come down to 133 for a nice bounce off the top of this triangle for hopefully a nice run. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And I thought today would be fun to do a little prediction. I could be off, I could be wrong, and I want to talk about me being wrong, what that looks like. What that would look like is more of a not as fun scenario, I guess you could call it. It would mean us breaking this triangle. We can go to the 4 hour and just zoom out a little bit. If we break this triangle, if we break this wedge, we're going to be talking about the bottom of this triangle for support. So we're going to be talking about that area in the 120 range, 115, 120. That's not going to be a fun video to do. I'm not saying I think that's going to happen. I think the opposite's going to happen. I think we're going to get a bounce, especially with all the good things going on right now with Litecoin and with the crypto market consensus. I just think everything's lining up nicely in terms of even for me, a possible more accumulation. I just kind of want to see what happens today. I want to see if we really test the top of this triangle. That's me personally what I'm looking for. If we show nice support there, I am certainly going to be thinking about accumulating, and we'll see what happens. So that's kind of where we are. But again, really, it's looking good on the stock RSI in terms of that lining up, as well as even the RSI. You can see where we have some downward momentum. And what's going to be interesting to see is if we do test the top of the triangle, pretty much simultaneously, we're going to retest that 40 line, which we use often if you watch these videos for support. So that's kind of what I'm throwing out there for you today. I wanted to do a little bit of an update for you in the middle of the day here. Going to do a live stream tonight. Please check the link. Go check us out tonight. Chat with us. We'll be answering some questions and just kind of hanging out. And then I'll also be posting, just for fun, that video, the Wonderful Life video, the full version, later on. I think I'm going to call it It's a Wonderful Litecoin, or It's a Wonderful Light. I don't know. I hope you're having an awesome day. It's beautiful out here. As always, I appreciate you. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the channel. And as always, I will see you on the next video, and God bless.